Hey everybody, it's Heather Nichols here. And I was having a meeting with my team yesterday, and we were talking about this expression, you're not in Kansas anymore. So if you have seen The Wizard of Oz, the movie, which most Americans have, I don't know about the rest of the world, it's this expression, Dorothy, one of the characters, the main character in the movie, ends up in this magical land of Oz and discovers that she's no longer in Kansas, where she lives, where she went to bed. A tornado comes and lands her in this magical land of Oz. And this is part of kind of the secret sauce that allows us to have the magic that we actually have and be, is to recognize that the rest of the world might sort of live in Kansas, so to speak. Like the rest of the world might function from, different stories, different limitations, different constructs, the impossibility of living. But we don't have to. And when we choose not to, and we choose to actually really function from a reality of possibilities that is what we know to be true, there's this amazing way that we actually begin to live from our magic in ways that we haven't perhaps experienced before. And it's up to you to decide where you want to live, basically. Do you want to live in quote unquote Kansas, where, metaphorically speaking, that's the land of impossibility, the land of limitation and structure and form and rules and laws and control and all of this stuff that's going on in the world, especially these days, even more. Do you want to live according to that, at the effect of it? Or do you desire to live with a totally different reality that is your reality? Nobody has to agree with it. Nobody has to buy it as real and true. Nobody has to align it with it. Nobody has to tell you that your magic is going to work in order for it to work. But it's like this stepping into this sense of what it is that you know. And I think a lot of us as kids, have had these moments. I know for me, I had a lot of moments as a kid where I would just sort of be like, wow, there's so much that's possible. And you look at kids that are, especially, younger than the age of, say, 7, and they have more access to their being. They're not as bought in and sort of schooled and educated in the ways of this reality. They're way more, they live way more in their magic, from their magic, as their magic. And they're not like bona fide adults yet, and they are some of the most magical creatures. If you've been around little kids, they're just incredibly magical creatures for the most part. Depends on the kid, of course, but we give that up. And when we turn about 7 or 8, we give that up and we start to become adults, and we start to learn the ways of this reality and buy into the rules of this reality, and give up being in favor of having a personality and having an image and getting things right. And the whole realm of magic that is actually true for you, it goes bye-bye. But yet we have access to it. It's because it's who you be. And when you function from that space of who you be, being you, not the you that you think you are, but the you that you actually are as an infinite being, and you start to move through the world literally having your reality that a lot of other people won't get or even see, but you start to claim it, own it, and acknowledge it as what's true for you. You open up that world so dynamically, and so much more becomes available to you as the magic that you be. So what would it be like to live according to the magic that you know? You might have lost track of it at some point in your life, but what you knew as a kid, as an infinite being, knowing that, you're not in Kansas anymore. You are in the land of Oz, the land of magic, and it is only available to those of us who choose to have that, to be that, to live that. And from there, we can actually create anything, 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 anything. So I have a bunch of classes coming up this month, the month of April. We have a Being You, Being Magic class, and being a magician without blowing yourself up. A money class, Getting Out of Debt Joyfully, which to me is a lot of magic with money, and all kinds of other stuff going on. You can check it all out at my website, heathernichols.com. And what if you actually, knowing everything that you know and being the magical creature that you be, can actually create a completely different world? It is